Right, Hogan here for Punch Out Boxing. I'm here with top tier's head honcho Johnny Clark. Media day for the third show, Resilience, and it is a banger. Starting with a couple of big heavyweights. Once you get heavyweights on board, the show just goes up. Tell me about how you got behind this store, who was a very accomplished amateur, but for all the top guys. What a name to get on there.
Yeah, to be honest, the attention from Mihal and Scott, and obviously the other 50-50s, has brought me on to have AYOZAT TV behind me now. Obviously through Merv Turner, who hooked me up. He sat next to me at my show and he said, "This isn't YouTube quality. This is TV quality. They'd like a meeting with you." So I said, "No worries." And obviously Mihal, he can come on the show, and I was like, "Wow, yeah, I would love that." And I went and met him the other day, and he was punching the punch bag. Mate, he was leaving dents in it. And I was thinking, wow, he best get his money or he's going to be upset. Yeah, and then obviously Scott is the tallest heavyweight there is. Um, Great lad, great talker. Have you had him on? Brilliant talker. Drags people out of fires in the day and then spars people at night. What what crazy job that is. And yeah, just to have them on, it's definitely like every show I want to bring something different. First we had the tournament. Second we had what do we have? A lot of 50-50s, but different because we had to come away from the tournament setup to a lot of dropouts. And then this one, I thought, how can we have different? And I thought heavyweights definitely ticks the box. So yeah, well happy with that.
And as you mentioned there, TV coverage. Tell us a bit more about this. It's an app, AYOZAT, but they're also on Sky Channel 186.
Yeah, so the show starts 5:30. We'll be going live on the app, and then roughly around 7:30 we'll switch over to Sky. Unbelievable, two shows in and something like that puts my name. I can't lie. I knew it was coming. I don't want to sound big-headed, but I knew the quality and the level that we're putting on. Like you've seen it yourself more than any. I knew I was a little bit above on production and money in the sport wise than most other promoters and shows. So I knew that would attract the 50-50 fights, the TV deals, and yeah, this is only just the start. It's a rolling contract, show by show, um, and hopefully they grow with me. So more money from them comes in, and I can put on better shows. But from my first interviews I had with you, it was like, yeah, I want to go to the Olympic Park, West Ham fan. I want to do a show there, but no, that's changed. From now on, what I want to do is be the best small hall promoter and to keep in that market. So the boys here, some of them will never fight on BT Sports, the Zone, Sky Sports. They'll never get that, but they deserve it if they're fighting a 50-50. So now to have AOZAT behind me, and I can say, you've been on TV, you've had a TV fight, you've had a 50-50. It's something to tell your kids rather than thinking, I fought someone I flew over from Bulgaria and I won on points. And he fought my friend next week from the gym and he done the same. Now you're having real fights on a TV on a real platform.
And has the lure of that TV coverage, has that made it a lot easier to make some of these 50-50 fights?
This come after. No one knew. No one had a clue. I knew, but from sales, what I've learned is never celebrate to the signings done, and never celebrate to it's installed on my old company, and never install until like you've got it in your hands. Never install, never celebrate. Sorry. Um, so I told no one. It was on the posters, and they was like, "What's that?" I said, "Oh yeah, I think we're going on now." And obviously now what I've got is some are upset they're on the app, some are happy they're on the Sky Channel. So you're going to get that, but the better the fight, obviously, then the better the opportunity to be on TV.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, tell us about some of the other fights on there that I just spoke to Matt McCallum. He's looking to get a big opportunity against a hotshot prospect in Jordan Reynolds. It's an English title eliminator, my understanding.
Yeah, so if I'm being honest as well, it's the first time I've had to apply for an eliminator and how to do it and whatnot. Last time I was asked if I could put shows on and fights on. This time it was all through me. So I emailed the board, and then my emails or my actual website got hacked on the server, and then it kept every time I emailed someone, it was coming up fraudulent activity. So I'm thinking, I wonder if they've got the email. So I've had to make another email, Johnny at toptierboxing.com, and then email them again. And I thought, well, that's still the same server. So then I sent them a Hotmail, and I'm sitting there worried, is it going to get through to them? Sounds crazy. And then I looked on the circular and it was there. I thought, sweet. and then I'm learning on the way as that shows. And to get that over the line's good. Obviously, Matt wasn't successful in his last fight, but the geezer was massive compared to him. And now he's come down to a weight where he's going to operate really well. He's here today. I'm sure he spoke to him. Lovely fella, and I do wish him well.
The other fight that's really mouth-watering is Ursu against Jordan Dujon. What a fight that is!
Yeah, unbelievable fight. A real 50-50. Both come through the same route, both been Southern Area champions. Um, Ursu's current Southern Area champion. It's a bit of a needle as well. Unexpected as well. Unexpected bit of needle. And I'm happy because everyone's been on my show and been very polite. And I know that's out of respect for me and what the opportunity they're getting. But as long as you don't punch each other and ruin the show for yourself, um, have a bit of needle, make it a bit more exciting. Let's get the promos wrapped around that and then we'll crack on.
Yeah, can't wait to see how that one turns out. Two cocky guys, both saying they're going to knock the other one out. That's what we want to hear. And as you said, a whole load of other 50-50s. I mean, Tyrone King against Grasso. That's another great one. For the winner to sort of get them sort of noticed in the title scene.
Yeah, definitely. A Southern Area eliminator or Southern Area fight has to be next for them. Their records will make it okay and they'll qualify to have a Southern Area. Um, and listen, Lorenzo a bit unlucky from his last medicals scan, come back saying rescan passed straight away. So I'm gutted for him that he weren't on the show. And obviously, it did. He sold a lot of tickets and that hit the show hard. But no fault of his own, so he's back on. And then obviously Tyrone, he come on, he opened the show despite the journeyman. If you're not in the 50-50, you're going to expect to be on first on my shows. But happy to build Tyrone into a 50-50. He took the journeyman, done well, good points win against a good journeyman. He's not one come to lose, he come to have a good go. And now he's got the 50-50 fight against someone who's 6-1 now, who stopped his last opponent. So fair play to Tyrone. Made a best man win, but I can't pick a winner. So that's exactly what I want on my show.
Yeah, that exactly. One that took me by surprise. George O'Leary and Navid Iran. My understanding is Navid Iran wanted a rematch, so yeah, after getting knocked out by a body shot, it was an odd one, but could that be a banger?
Well, personally, if you ask me without my promoter hat on, what's going to happen? Same again. Why not? If that's what's going on. But for me, if he's asked for it, then like I'm trying to feel the moment. I'm thinking he's going to go away. He's going to train. He's going to come in prepared. He knows what to expect. So he ain't going to ask for that unless he thinks he can change that result. Um, but listen, the way it was set up, George had an opponent lined up. It was James Ozzy Osbourne for a great fight. And I'm telling you now, that will be fight of the night. But that's been, if George comes through this, that will be in December. But then where that fell through, so that was lined up, fell through because of the cut James took on the last show. We had a journeyman lined up for him. Journeyman, a lot of money. Navid, come in, no journeyman to pay. Makes sense. George is obviously, well, done it before and ain't got to pay all that money, then take it on. And obviously, Navid gets a chance to listen. If Navid loses, I don't know where he goes from there, but he's probably a bit like me. He don't like losing. So, he wants to come back and it's someone he thinks he can win, then fair enough. What a platform to do it on.
So if George does come through, you said the Ozzy Osbourne fights next. I mean, that's worthy of, at the very least, an eliminator of some sort.
100%. That's what we'll be going for. As soon as this one's through and he comes through and everything's fine, no cuts, no broken bones, then that we're going to sit down and make that. It's already made, but we're going to solidify that and make sure it's worthy. Something on the line's worthy for it, because I'm telling you now, that's a cracker. And the story behind that is down the road in Civic Hall, EBA, Lee Eaton shows. This is where it all come from a long time ago. They were both Lee Eaton stars. They never fought each other at different weights, but they both were smashing everyone up on them shows, knocking them out frequently. Biggest ticket sellers, biggest people on it, made their name from it. And then they went, done their thing, turned over. So the story from that, we can get all the old videos, put them together, the old cringy photos they all took, and their hairstyles. And we can put it all together, and it'd be a nice build up and really nice for Lee Eaton. You know what I mean? Like where he started from to where he is now, and the other people, like even myself, like I'm part of that journey